Truly listening to your teen as a parent is not just about hearing the words they say, but about being fully present in the moments they choose to open up, sometimes subtly, sometimes urgently. Teenagers often live in a world that feels emotionally volatile, confusing, and rapidly changing. They crave independence while still deeply needing support. Listening to them with intention is a powerful way to honor that transition and to build a foundation of trust. Presence is the first and most essential element of listening. This means putting away distractions, phones, laptops, even the mental to-do list running through your head. Teens can spot when you're half listening. Their openness often hinges on your attentiveness. Sitting across from them without interrupting, looking at them instead of through them, and giving them space to express themselves without rushing to respond. These small, quiet choices tell them they matter. Validation is key, even when you don't agree. This doesn't mean endorsing every thought or behavior, but acknowledging that their feelings are real. When your teen shares something upsetting, resist the urge to immediately solve the problem, question their logic, or dismiss their emotions as overblown. Instead, responses like, "That sounds really hard," or "I can see why you feel that way," go much further than "You're overreacting," or "When I was your age." The goal is to understand the perspective, not override it with your own. Creating a safe emotional environment encourages your teen to keep talking. If they fear judgment, punishment, or ridicule, they'll shut down. Being a safe space means keeping reactions in check, especially when what they say shocks or disappoints you. Let them speak fully before you react. If discipline is needed, it can happen later, when the moment has passed and emotions have settled. Listening and discipline are not mutually exclusive, but when they're combined in the same breath, the listening becomes conditional. Ask questions that are open and inviting rather than interrogative. "What was that like for you?" Or, "How are you feeling about that now?" Opens doors that "Why would you do that?" slams shut. Curious, non-judgmental questions help teens feel that you're trying to understand, not control or correct. Timing also matters. Teens may not want to talk at the dinner table or right after school. They might prefer a late-night chat or a quiet moment during a drive. Being flexible and receptive to their timing, rather than forcing conversations on your terms, makes you more approachable. Listening also means hearing what isn't said. Pay attention to body language, changes in tone, silence. A quiet teen isn't necessarily an indifferent one. They may be overwhelmed, unsure how to articulate what's going on, or simply waiting to see if you'll notice without them having to say a word. A gentle, "You seem quiet. Anything on your mind?" can be the nudge they need. Above all, stay humble. Your teen is becoming their own person, and that will sometimes mean disagreement, conflict, and uncomfortable truths. But if they know you respect them enough to truly listen, to not just parent, but partner with them as they grow, those moments become opportunities for deeper connection instead of distance. Listening to your teen is not only about waiting for them to speak, but also about how you respond when they do. Too often, parents find themselves eager to fix, advise, or steer the conversation in a direction they think is right. But to truly listen, it's important to resist the urge to immediately provide solutions or judgments. Instead, you must learn how to sit with discomfort and allow your teen to express their thoughts and emotions, even if those thoughts challenge your own beliefs or spark worry in you. One of the most crucial aspects of listening to your teen is fostering emotional safety. Teens are navigating a world of immense pressures, academic, social, personal, and their emotions often run deep. When they feel emotionally safe in your presence, they are more likely to open up. Emotional safety comes from knowing that their feelings won't be dismissed, ridiculed, or invalidated. As a parent, you may feel the urge to fix things or prevent your teen from experiencing discomfort. However, sometimes the most loving thing you can do is simply sit in the discomfort with them, without rushing to change or alleviate the situation. This shows your teen that their emotions are valid, and that you respect their right to feel whatever they're feeling. When you're truly listening to your teen, the focus shifts away from what you want to say to what they need to say. This means resisting the temptation to give unsolicited advice or to explain why their feelings might be misguided. While it's natural to want to protect them or steer them away from what you perceive as mistakes, offering advice too quickly can come across as dismissive. Instead, let them know you're hearing them. Statements like, I can hear that this is really important to you. Or, it sounds like you're dealing with a lot right now. Validate their experience. These kinds of responses affirm their worth and let them know they're being seen and understood, which in turn encourages them to keep talking. Equally important is understanding that teens are still developing their own identity, which means they might not always have a language or the clarity to express themselves in ways you might understand. They may flounder in trying to articulate something deeply complex or emotional, and the act of listening requires patience. Sometimes, the words aren't as important as the emotion behind them. It's about hearing the tone, seeing the body language, and interpreting the pauses. Being an active listener means reading between the lines, listening for the feelings that are being expressed rather than just the words themselves.